I'm sure at this point we all know what the concept of a sleeper PC is. And I'm sure most of us here know, or at least can interpolate, what a reverse sleeper PC is. That is a computer which looks fancy from the outside, but on the inside has underwhelming components, but on the inside has underwhelming components, shall we say. Well, just recently, I've migrated the internals, or at least most of them, of my main desktop computer from this PC here, an NZXT H510, to the super micro case that's been featured on this channel a few times now. That leaves me with a very flashy PC case, which I don't have anything to do with as of present. And I don't really have any hardware, shall we say, befitting its style. It actually, with the hardware it had previously, looked rather nice, in my opinion. Not too big on the whole gamery aesthetic, but it was rather understated for what it was and what the market allows you to do. But as long as I'm doing a reverse sleeper, seems fit only to do it in the real truest sense. See, a lot of the reverse sleepers you'll see around the internet tend to just be like old components or slow components in a fancy case like this. But I wanted to see, what if we used some really bottom of the barrel stuff? Just total garbage. Like, disappointing now, disappointing when it was new. Well, seems only appropriate to start with the motherboard. Here we go, Surplus Shop Special. If I can get it out of this darn thing. There it goes. Yes. Here we go. What is this? I don't know what this is, really. But the important part is the CPU it has. You may have noticed that it doesn't really have a CPU socket anywhere. That's because it's integrated. It's a VIA C7, which is this weird thing. So here, I can actually get us an example. In x86 CPUs we have AMD. Not a lot of light on that, but that is an old Athlon 64, and according to my drawers here, more AMD. Oh dear. Mostly preferable to AMD, but an Intel. It's a Pentium 4. You can't see it all that well. But it used to be that just having the two wasn't the case. There also used to be others, such as Cyrix. This one says IBM, but that's just who it was built by. The actual design of the x86 MXPR200 is by Cyrix. There used to be NEC would build CPUs, I have a delightful little Canon all-in-one that I would love to cover someday that has an NEC V30 CPU, or V50, I don't quite recall. But eventually most of those died down. And of course, x86 is a proprietary architecture, not like RISC-V where it's open and anyone can use or modify it. Only people who license the x86 architecture are allowed to use it. And as of right now, the only people who license it are Intel, of course since they own it, AMD naturally, and Centaur Technologies, which got the license when they bought out Cyrix, and have since the mid-90s, late 90s or so, just been hobbling around making like halfway compatible x86 CPUs for really low-end like industrial boards such as this. Like, you'll find a bunch of bugs in these. I watched one video with on the Cyrix C7, in which they ran GL gears, and for whatever reason one of the sides of the gear wouldn't fill in, like with color. And there's just a bunch of weird little things like that. But aside from that, this also comes with RAM. It's sort of hard to be disappointed by RAM. What is that? V-Data. I mean, it's not a reliable, or I'm sure it's plenty reliable, but it's just not a known company. And that's probably good enough for being disappointing RAM. Then we can take a look here. We've got our PS2, legacy connectors, serial and parallel, VGA, and 4 USB 2s, and I want to say that's gigabit Ethernet. I think it is, but it might just be 10100. And then sort of a pittance for audio connectors. But then what are we going to put here in our PCI slot? GeForce FX 5200 PCI version, not even AGP. That's how you know it's real good. I'll just set that there for now. But yeah, basically just a pretty notoriously horrible card. I can throw some specs up if I feel like it. This one has a passive heatsink, which is real nice. It's actually a PNY model, which is one of the more reputable manufacturers of these. What else? Alright, and finally we have a Hitachi Deskstar hard drive, which I don't know about the Hitachi ones, but the IBM versions were commonly referred to as Death Star due to how commonly they'd fail. I do have some Maxtor drives, but dare I say that feels a little trite at this point. So I decided to go with something different. And then there's also our technology switching power supply, which sure hope so. That feels like the bare minimum. But what you say is so special, or I guess disappointing, about this one? Because all old power supplies are kind of like this, you know? Well, this one says Deere. Deere, it's the Deere power supply, and I don't know why. Beyond that, you have your 20-pin ATX, no 24-pin, and then a couple Molex and a floppy connector for you. And that's all. That looks like a complete PC to me, don't it? Let's assemble it. Alright, time to actually build this thing. I've swapped out the hard drive for this Maxter unit because Maxters are actually disappointing, unreliable pieces of shit. Whereas that Deskstar, there's only the one model of Deskstar was actually all that unreliable, or notably so. That the one I had in particular was a Hitachi model. I'm actually quite fond of Hitachi hard drives. I've used them a good few times. I believe I actually have them in my main PC now, in a RAID array. And then I also have this DVD drive, which we'll use, which nothing particularly disappointing about it, only that, you know, it's black, it looks modern, it looks like it might be SATA, but no, it's IDE, and I've been tricked a few times by that. Oh, and the case. That's the NZXT case I used to use in my main PC. Nothing disappointing about it except for the lack of airflow in DVD drive anywhere, but sure, that's not a complaint for most people these days, but I still use them quite regularly. I have all the expansion bays filled in my main PC, including the floppy bay. There's the blanking plate, which, yes, has a real working floppy drive. You can watch, I have a few videos on that PC where I both show the process of installing and then subsequently using the floppy drive. Yeah, alright, let's go. Yeah, that case just wasn't gonna work, actually. So we're using this now. I hope you aren't too disappointed. Ha ha ha. There's a lot of talk about how, you know, even ancient components will work in modern cases and vice versa, but they do for the most part, but there is a level of, I guess, expectation in certain things. Like, I was finding with that power supply, you know, they expect the cable to, the 20 pin in this case, to just go right down there. Doesn't need to go through a basement, up some cable management, and then out the other end. Same thing with the hard drive cables. They expect them to make a relatively short run straight to the motherboard. And they also, all the cables are built pretty short on older systems. I've only just now realized because, you know, with the size of cables you're working with, you know, these giant old ribbon cables, space for cabling is at a premium, especially in these cases where, you know, you can sort of stick the excess up here, but you don't have like these specialized channels. Either way, I'm going to try something here. I do one of those popular YouTube editor things where, you know, I trust you know what building a PC looks like, so I'm just going to go. Look at that, just barely too short. Oh well. I can pull down another Molex line and oh, that's a lovely shot of my hand, but let's see. There we go. Now we can turn it on. There we go. Oh, there we go. Cool. That's all I want for tonight, but we'll see if it decides to boot off that hard drive. Haven't wiped it yet. my Windows 98. Cannot find... Alright then. Well, we can... Nah. I won't screw with it tonight. I've got things to do with this tomorrow. But it's late right now. So, yeah. No thank you. Put a random CD I had, a unlabeled CD in. It's got damn small Linux on it. Which I can get behind that. God, it is throwing errors out the wazoo. Please select a video card. 5200 please for that high performance gaming. I'll hit Alt F1. That seems interesting. Neat. Alright, I'll let that run. Now I've started the installation here. It's back here. Oh, that's our FAQ page. Oh dear, keep up. There you go. Just close out Dillo. Or, you know what, worst case. Use the app killer. Kill you, yes. But this installer I found to be very nice, actually. Look, you have your live log, view into the terminal of what's helping, and you have a little help menu here right alongside. For whatever reason, I'm unable to select regular install using the entire disk, but look at this. It gives me a guide. That is incredibly nice. This feels like something that should be obvious, just having like a menu on the side to tell you what to do. But like, it's not something I've really seen before, and that's really pleasant. Now I just got to figure out how to use... Is it not detecting the hard drive or something? Oh boy. RAM disks out the wazoo. Let's see. No, I guess it does not see the hard drive. Well, that's bothersome. Damn. Really annoying, actually. Okay. Guess try again. Alright. This is not what happened last time I tried to install this. Oh, dear Lord, it's doing stuff. Bizarre, I just got logged into root there. And we've got all this artifacting across the top. I don't know what that's about. Strange. Okay. This is a little better, no more artifacting. Yay! That's the wallpaper. Alright then, any minute now, we'll have a desktop, I would think, at least. Nice. That's good. We're running Fluxbox, it seems. Cool. And a mouse. Okay. This just keeps getting better and better. And a menu. Goody. Installer. Applications, games. Let's do some gaming. It's not using many resources, but it's slow as hell. Okay, well, CPU just jumped up to 100%. Surprisingly little RAM, though. I'm impressed. Oh boy, okay, nice. Here we go. Here's a little Tetris. Enter my password. I suspect it's just root. Did that enter? Suspect that was the installer. We can try that again. Oh look, did it just all come in color now? Huh. Okay, yeah. There we go. Look at all the tools and stuff on here. I imagine this could be extremely useful. Happy word. Oh, there's the installer. Wow, that took us a good almost 10 minutes to get to a fully loaded desktop. What's Gav here? I blame that more on the fact that we're running from a CD on a VSC7 than... How do I play this? Define keys. Alright, no thank you. Tux puck. Sure. Come on, close. There it goes. Play match. Oh man, what's that? Holy cow. Tux means fucking business. Nice. Holy shit. It's crazy because, you know, it's not like... Oh, bollocks. It's not like, Breakout, where, you know, it angles based on where you hit it in the paddle. You can see we're both just going straight here, and it's just... No, you actually have to, like, scooch it. It's very odd. Yeah. Alright, that's enough of that. Conman system tray, okay. Installer. Will this installer work? Okay. Root. Gonna look up some docs. Or you know what? We got a FAQ here. Oh no. Forgetting you only need to click once. It's gonna open 2. 3? Man, this is out of control. There we go. Alright, more waiting in store. I'll get back to you later. I have one last hope. It's a SD card converted to compact flash converted to IDE. We will see if this wants to work. Supposedly it booted from the CD, but I don't know. There's nothing else connected to the IDE bus. CD-ROM just made some noise. Gonna try rebooting, I guess. Well, I guess I'll just let it sit there for a while. See what happens. Well, I tried a different hard drive because apparently, according to the Windows Vista installer, yes, I tried installing Vista. My motherboard won't boot from this. I didn't see any options in the BIOS pertaining to that. But whatever. So I put in a SATA laptop hard drive. You can see it right back there. Yep, there it is. And it's got Windows 7 on it, so I figure I'll just go with the flow. It doesn't like booting from the CD anymore, though. What a fiddly computer. Who would have ever guessed that a computer made to be shitty would be shitty? Now, this is gaming. Took so much fucking effort to get here. Just let me play little goddamn solitaire. It's 1 in the fucking morning. I just want my solitaire. Solitaire, yes. Okay, that's fine. My solitaire does not need to be performant. Do you intend on opening solitaire for me? Oh, there it is. Yes. Go away. Not responding. Yeah, that's what I'd expect. Why are there 2 solitaires? Shit. No, god damn it. I want to game. I want solitaire. Welcome center. That VSC7. Not even half a gig of RAM and the standard VGA adapter. Nice. Windows 14? We're in the future. Windows 11 is like 20% vibe coded. Maybe Windows 14 is 100%, eh? This game, yeah, that's fine. Come on. Here we go. System rating not available. Damn. Why not? Oh, one. One. That is fantastic. I have never before seen... I mean, if you know Michael MJD's $5 computer, he got like a 1.3. We got one. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I don't have what is it? The graphics drivers installed, because I'm getting a higher CPU score, lower memory score, but a higher disk score. All right, we're gaming. Swear to God, if this... No. Oh my God, this is... How? Yes, we did it. We got one. We are gaming. Holy shit. Yes. We are playing video games. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Proving this can game, that's all. I'm vindicated. The worst computer I've ever used, easily. And it can game. Bow down to my supreme computer skill as I game on a knockoff x86 processor running Windows Vista. Good night, everybody. Feels so good. I'm proud. Happy I did it. Good night. Well, sound drivers didn't work, but we can still go ahead and launch this. Oh boy, maximum PC. Install QuickTime, yes please. There it goes. Alright, we'll get back to that. Well, good news! Well, while I was installing QuickTime, I found a USB sound device that works, and look at those fucking swirlies there. Woo! You can make your own effects too. This is great. Alright, we finally made it. Let's see. Firefox. I want to see maybe we can get this thing online, you know. Firefox 3's got to be better than whatever Internet Explorer this is. Browse the internet. Yes, please. Did I just stop something? Oh. Oh, God. Where do I just see help? About Internet Explorer. What are you? 7.0. Yippee. That's really great. Firefox installer. Cool. What's custom give us? Yep, everything please. Display Fusion, what's that? Multi-monitor configurations now. I don't have any multi-monitor. What's this free performance scan? And it's a beta. Wow. Hello. Don't launch it. Oh, it's just a website. Good God, no. Get that away from here. Yeah. Utilities. CPU-Z and GPU-Z, yes. Where are you trying to save this? This is not a rewritable drive. Let's put this desktop. Sure. Good. We can work on extracting that. Look at this multitasking power. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find many updates there, buddy. But yeah, there you go. Proof we got a 5200. Never particularly cared about what all this meant, but BIOS version unknown. Yay. 150 nanometer process for ROPs, PCI. DDR, 256 megabytes of it, 128-bit bus width. I think there were 256-bit ones, or am I thinking? I don't know if this is a nice one or a shit one. Clock of 250 megahertz. Oh boy. Sensors, yeah. Validation. Here we go, VSC7. This is more entertaining. Codename Esther, 90 nanometers. That's a pretty low voltage, I think. 800 megahertz, which it keeps defaulting to for some reason. One core, bus speed of roughly 100 megahertz. Front side bus of 400 megahertz. Cache, mainboard, yada yada, 512 megabytes of memory. Really great. Validation. Alright, that's nice. That's nice. We'll do that later, actually. Maybe. Extras. Mania. Is this just like... What is this? PC pit stop. Why are the games not in games, huh? Now let's go ahead and install all the fucking bloatware. Yes, give me the PC pit stop. Yes, everything, please. PC pit stop erase so we can erase all this crap. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know why it decides to freeze in the background. It doesn't seem to have any effect. And then we got exterminate. You know, I wonder if there's like a copy of Bandicam on this so I could actually record shit. There's an idea. Look at our fucking desktop filling right in. Okay then. Alienware Advisor. Which is better, CRT monitor or LCD? I need a whole fucking application for that. That sort of thing went away, really, after a point. They used to just throw in an application for anything. Natalie Brooks. PC pit stop optimize. Ooh, I love my PC pit stop. Continue with... Thank you, Vista. Continue without updating. Yeah, fuck you. Sell my soul. PC pit stop. Yeah. Go right on ahead. Ultratron. Yard sale junkie. Zombie shooter. Great title. Let's check out the actual games here. Barkley, shut up and jam. I want that. You can hear the CD drive wearing away. Access to compressed folders is denied. Okay. I own you. Why can't I decompress you? Files copied successfully. Great, buddy. Nice. We're gonna be gaming tonight. Great job, Internet Explorer. The scan was not completed. Great. Nice. Free sieve. Oh, well, that's actually pretty good, I think. This chalk one looked interesting. Thank you. Super tough! This makes me very, very excited, actually. Allow, yes, always allow super tucks. We love super tucks. Super tuck setup. Yes, please. The one good thing on this godforsaken computer. Select a destination. Yeah, I did. That okay. There you go. Setup. Chalk. We got a single dot in the chalk folder. Let that go. Yeah. Chalk. Actually, I want to get like Bandicam or something set up on this so we can. Yeah, that's Fallen Angel Industries. Oh. Yeah. Alright, well that's fucking ear piercing. Yeah. I'll go ahead and get that set up and then we can do some proper fucking gaming, huh? Yeah. That's it for this machine, and I'd say, you know, much as I drum it up, this is a fun little thing, and it was worth the 15 bucks I spent on the board. Yeah. I mean, you haven't seen it, but I've been grinning pretty much the whole time while using this God-forsaken contraption. Yes, indeed. Ain't that pretty? Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I'll leave it off there. I was planning on doing some Quake and whatever, as you saw earlier, but I really do not trust this thing with that. If it's not handling 2D chocolatey and super tux great, then yeah, I won't push it too far. But that was fun. That was fun. I'll have to do more stuff like that, and I recommend you do too. Do you have an old crummy PC? Have some fun with it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye operating system, and bye-bye me. 'Cause that's it for this video. I'm gone. I'm out of here.